Okay. Last time on The Witness. Oh gosh, we looked at the pond a lot. We found some EPs that I was missing. We looked for sound recordings. We went all over the island. And off stream, I found all the rest of the sound recordings. And I finished another EP pillar. So we are here at the swamp looking for EPs. I worked on this one the other day and couldn't figure it out, so maybe sleeping on it will have helped. This wasn't that long ago that I tried to get this one. And I think there's another one here. No. Oh, maybe here? You know, that looks vaguely circular. But I could be wrong. I'm glad I have my sprint button back. I'm definitely more familiar with these controls, if nothing else. I'm also going to pull up, I have screenshots of some of the different puzzles that I'm looking for, so let me tab out of the game real quick. Alright, is it this one? No. Well, shoot. I might have to go find it, because I don't know if I have a screenshot of this pillar. You'd think I would. I have screenshots of lots of pillars. Oh, is this it? No. Dang it. It's okay. I can go show you what we're looking for. Anything here with these lines? No. Oh. Is that something? I don't think... Oh, no, it's leaves. It's not circular enough. And I've tried looking at this half circle. You can't see its reflection, it doesn't seem like, because the water's all purple and murky. We have, I think we have all the ones in the puddle below this. I can try turning it again. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I learned how to do this, which is helpful. Solve it from here. Have I done this yet? Wait, hang on. Oh, okay. I gotta grab 3 here. And then 4 here. I learned how to do this cool thing. Let me show you, and then it doesn't work. There we go. So I thought this would help me for certain, but I just don't get what I'm supposed to do. Oh, there we go. Finally. Why did that take so long for me to figure out to stand over here? Alright, well, I won't argue. You just have to be at the exact right angle for there not to be a difference between the two colors, I guess. or too big of a difference between the two colors. B, how's it going? Thanks for contributing to the Nestroid Stream Challenge. And thanks for reminding everybody that that challenge is still ongoing. Alright, now we get to try stuff over here again. Let's do this. Thanks for the reminder. Yep. I forget to remind people at the beginning of stream. It's the one announcement I need to constantly have written down because I cannot remember. We haven't done community like channel point goals in so long that it's tough to remember. Oops, I was supposed to be watching this while it was spinning. Okay, well, staring at the metal circle does not help us, it seems. When do you become circular, if ever? That is not it. That's the square panel. Here's the circle. Okay, let's spin again. We gotta go the... Oh, it spins two different ways. So how do I get it to go in a full circle? If I do the one that's already there, it doesn't move, right? Oops. That's not what I wanted. Man, I'm so confused. Alright, we'll just let it go all the way around. If you get dizzy, this is the time to look away. We're on this spinning L-shaped Tetris piece, corner piece, for the rest of stream now. Alright. This is where we currently are. It's not gonna move, right? Yeah, it's like, excuse me, Jen, this is where you're already standing. So is there another way to solve this? This was what I was pondering last time I looked at this one, and I couldn't figure it out. Llama, how's it going? Welcome in. It's good to see you. We're puzzling. What if I do something weird like this? I don't think it likes that. Hey, Holly. Good to see you. Did we finish Hourglass? No, we got really stuck and I just wasn't feeling it. And I'm always itching to play The Witness, so we moved really quickly. Oh, I was gonna write that in the Discord, actually. Let me post that. This one. The Witness. Okay. Thank you for the host. I appreciate it. That blows. Good thing you can fall back on The Witness. I think it's secretly a plot that I wanted to play this anyway. Thank you for the host, Llama and Holly. It's interesting because anytime you spin this little corner piece another way, you've got the problem of having a diagonal one of these. So that's a no-go. And I don't think we can do something like this. Oh, maybe. Okay. We're learning. Austin, hi, welcome in. We switched games real fast. I didn't beat Hourglass. We just were ready to move on. Okay, I don't know if I knew how to do that before. So now do we want it to keep spinning towards black and red? Does how you solve it change the direction it spins? No. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, I didn't want you to go that way. Maybe it does. So am I supposed to do it from here? How did I do that before? How was I so clever? Oh, it was the inside one. Okay, so that would work for this, I think. Okay, I think this is... Excuse you? Oh, it was going towards... I am so confused. Why is this so hard for me to grasp? It was going towards black and red and I stopped it, I think? I don't know. Wasn't able to join when Hourglass started, but I got the Discord boot for the witness. Nice, I'm glad. I almost didn't do the second notification. I almost forgot. Okay. So we did this. Can I stop it if it starts spinning the wrong way? What the heck? Oh, I can't. My brain. We have to come up with a strategy. Look, it even tells you which way it's going. It's got the lights around the outside. I think we're okay now. Maybe. An hour later response, but thank you so much. Tunes, welcome in. Yeah, we're definitely spinning here. Alright, this is what we wanted. Now, do I remember where the edge of it's gonna be? Oh, am I standing in the way? I swear to God. Oh, no. Jen. Alright, that's okay, that's okay. We'll go around again. You have to find two puzzles, two versions to do in the same in like the same direction. I don't know how else to describe it. I think I have to do this and then do this again. Oh my god, it's so hard from far away though. Alright, we got it. And now I just have to stand out of the way? I think if I stand here, I'm safe? Maybe not. Oh wait, how's it going? Welcome in. Dang shadow getting in the way. I was not anticipating that being a problem, but I'll pay closer attention this time. I think this is okay. Yeah, this one is intense. Oh, now the pole's gonna be in the way? What if I wait here? Will it come around? This is so evil! We've never had anything like that before. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Clear the edge. Ugh. Boo. Oh, that's so evil. Okay, where didn't work? Right in front there did not work. Does here work then? Maybe... And I thought thinking with portals was confusing. This one is evil. I already said that. It's terrible. All right. Around we go again. But I feel productive. I feel like we're making progress towards something. If there's 2 of these on this platform, though... no way. Shadow, what are you doing? You messing stuff up? I don't know. Congrats on finding this evil EP, thanks. I found some really cool ones. I put some of the screenshots in the Discord of the ones I found off stream that I really like. Hadn't even considered the possibility here. Yeah, this one is something. But I think we're good now. It's looking good. It's looking good. Yeah, we did it. All right, that's 2. Good start. We're at 442 plus 120 plus 3. 15 EPs left, I think. And some of them are weird. Some of them are things that I don't know how to unlock yet. It's very strange. So I don't know that I'll be able to finish EPs with my current standing, if that makes any sense. Oh, I forgot about this thing. There's this weird reflective pillar type deal sticking out of the water here. And I want to know if it's for something. Too far away, Jen. I also want to get back to this blue platform, I think. So let's go over there. Da-da. Man, I didn't notice these. See these wires on the outside of the puzzle? Did not see those at all before, and I was just saying the other day, like, oh, it only spins one direction, right? No, not even close. I wonder if there's 2 puzzles just on this spinny thing. I don't really want to do that one again without confirming, like, what else is on the pillar. It seems like there's only one. Alright. Oh, what? I did not know that. You could see this moving. Okay, that's intriguing. When I cloned life or made artificial intelligence, people wonder if science has gone too far. I think this is where I wonder if science has gone too far. The puzzle game that breaks your brain, that's where they used science for evil. So what kind of... Whoa, is that a circle? Are you a circle? The butterfly meme is forever relevant in this game because everything... Are you a circle in line? What can we do with this new information? I kind of want to... Before I do anything, I keep saying I want to go look at the pillar and then I'm not doing it. What's the fastest way to get there? Not by boat. Is it walking around this way? I feel like this one is faster than that other one, and I want to close this walkway anyways. It just seems like the right thing to do. Nope, nope, go back. There we go. Nice. Yeah. Sees a stop sign. Is this a puzzle? Anything with this pier? I think I got one. Oh yeah, I got one from standing over on this ledge, looking over to the boat. That was a fun one. It's possible there could be another like that if I make the boat face the other direction or something. Possible. Come on. This was definitely just as slow as the other route, but like I said, I want this to stay a bridge. May be playing as the witness, but I swear I'm not the defendant. Hey Carl, how's it going? Welcome in. Truly, I don't understand if there's witness lore yet. I have no clue. What, like, are we the witness? Witness to what? What am I doing? Why am I thinking this crosses over somewhere else? I guess I had my paths mixed up? That's normal. Hey Angel Lord, welcome in. Good evening. Never realized you could have both halves of the bridge at the same time. I feel like that one took me a while too, Magus. Like, oh wow, I could just make this go all the way across? I thought I was locked on one side. I'm at work, just stopping by to say hello for a quick moment. I hope work is going okay, Carl. Good luck. Thanks for saying hi. Alright, well, you know, I'm committed to walk the long way around now. Honestly, isn't this the pillar right down here? Oh, heck yeah. We have one left on this side. And one left on this side. Not for this whole pillar, but for swamp EPs. And then, what are the other ones missing on here? Oh, these two. I have no idea what these are, where those are. It might be someplace I haven't seen yet. And I know what this one is, and I haven't been able to solve it. So what do we think this is? I'm gonna burn that image into my brain so I don't forget it. These ones are underground in that like purpley blue area. I don't know if that's a good description. I think there's a sound recording down there. I don't remember where this one is. And then this is the one we just got, that corner one, as well as this. Okay. I think that's a sufficient amount of information. The Big Dipper, yeah. See, so here's why I think I can't finish EPs yet. I don't know what has to happen for me to be able to finish this. For this cloud to turn not gray. To be determined. Oh, you want to know what else I found the other day? Where is it? I'm never gonna find it again. It's not here, it's further up. There's some sneaky path in here that I... Oh, that's the music. That I decided never to walk down. That's not it. It's very well hidden for being completely obvious. Here. And it looks like just every other path. It looks like, oh yeah, this has the same walkway. I've been here before. But no. Oh, maybe there's an EP I can get from this view. Since I have only spent a tiny amount of time up here. Maybe one traces the paths. Sneaky little hobbits. Look at this. Look it! More secret doors that I can't open. I'm starting to get angry. Yeah. Dun dun dun. Is absolutely right because there's so many doors that are locked from the other side. There's this one, there's the one underneath the windmill, there's the one big, like, way deep down inside the mountain. There's one near the waterfall. Yeah, open sesame. I wish that worked. But it doesn't help for me to dwell on it. That door vexed me for the longest time. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna... If I only do EPs today, I don't think we're gonna find big door progress. But we'll see. What about the red paint on the side of this? Do we think that's anything? Do we think this changes? Should we change this and then go underground and look at it? Is that something? I love that we went around to try to save time, but we still have to cross this bridge. Oh well. The number of times I've done this puzzle. See, this is the one I wish you could make go all the way across and stay that way. I feel like the music is just a touch loud. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Just a little tiny bit. Bridge is so slow, and I paused it by tabbing out. Hey Puppin Suds, welcome in. This is not the one that connects to the other side, but we should check all of these thoroughly to see. This has an EP. I've gotten this one. And I don't see any other circles or like colors that we can make into an EP out of this thing down here. Love that you call them EPs. Isn't that what they are? Isn't that what everybody calls them? What should I be calling them? Or I guess what other names are there for them? I guess my mind, I use full environmental puzzle. EP sounds cooler. EP also reminds me of emergency procedures, so... It's exciting, it's dramatic, it's alarming, it's everything we want in an abbreviation. I've heard multiple names, though EP's been the most common I've heard, yeah. Abbreviation goals. Oh yeah, we talked about how it's makes people think of music and albums. Always wanted to ask, does the game have a story to it? I don't know if it's spoilers for other people to say, so don't answer that because my understanding is not really. Angel Lord, I am unsure, and I don't know if later it will be revealed to me. It's possible. The story I've put together so far is somebody made this giant mountain, constructed it down to the last detail, the very leaf, the branches, the shadows, and we're living a nightmare on it. I don't know why it's here. I don't know why we're the only one here. We're just supposed to do puzzles and meditate and try to better understand the world and ourselves. I missed most of it, thought there was a cutscene. Oh no, it's totally fair to ask. You're fine to ask. I just want to make sure the rest of chat knows not to answer it. I will give my answer of my understanding thus far. Jen's cool, emergency procedures, not so much. MacGuffin, everything's a MacGuffin. Hi Berto, welcome. The Witness is actually horror. What's really funny is you've seen us, if you've raided with us for The Witness several times now, people have been like, isn't that a horror game? Like, Not as far as I know. It's really peaceful, unless there's some underlying meaning, like way late in the game. Also, I'm almost at 100 hours in this game. We're getting there. I cannot believe it. I thought this was gonna be... I don't know. I just didn't know if we would stick with it. I thought there was a possibility for it being one and done. One day, streaming it, and then saying, well, that was fun. Too hard. I don't get it. But it's great. This game was a super time sink for me, too. 100 hours sounds like a lot. Must be a fun game. 100 hours is, like, clearly you like the game and you're getting either replayability out of it or achievement hunting or 100%ing, something like that. That's what it means to me. I don't have 1,000 hours in any game, so I can't vouch like for what it is to say 100 hours, that's nothing. Because I realize that's like a drop in the bucket for many people, but I have very few games that go over 100 hours for me. It means I really like it, and I played it past just beating it. Oh, thanks, Llama. I guess we're not that close, but like we're pretty close to 90, which to me is like, oh yeah, we're gonna hit 100 soon. With how much I've been playing this off stream. Okay, focus though. We're looking for now. I'm gonna pull up that screenshot. I think I'm gonna try to. Why? Oh, that's why they're not showing up, because I'm opening the wrong folder. Okay. It would help if I opened the right folder. Yes, here we go. Alright, now we're in business. Sorry about that. I am staring at a screenshot of the pillar that is by the mountain, and it's got 2 EPs on it for me to look for specific shapes. I'm really suspicious of this red line here. But it looks like it has a harsh end here. Who has 1,000 hours in any game, especially like a weird pixel block adventure game about killing bosses and building? Llama. It's quite an achievement. It's awesome. What's funny is the game I have the most hours in, I think, of any game I've ever played, which, well, okay, aside from, see, and this is the funny thing, 2 games that I think top my list, and I feel like one of them, maybe I had 1,000 hours in, but there's no way to track how much time I've spent in the game, because it's a dang mobile game, okay? Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, I spent hours because I would check in like multiple times a day and play every day. And that game, because it's a mobile game, it's just like a quick do type whatever, sunk so many hours in. But it's like a time passer more than it is a game. And then New Horizons, because I've never had a game that I played every single day, a console game, until that, and because of the pandemic, like what else was I doing? Playing Animal Crossing every day for hours with friends. That's the only time I've gone over like 500 hours in a game, is just that. So I don't know, I'm just not the type of gamer that sits and plays for hours and hours every day. And streaming helps me like make time for gaming, because otherwise I've told you all, I don't play a ton of games off stream. I'm just doing other stuff and I don't know, life things. Looking for EPs. To be fair, it's been out of 11 years. Yeah, you have several years, many years worth of hours spent in that game, in Terraria. in case anybody didn't know what game Llama was talking about. I don't think I need to go over there. It's possible I need to go over here because, okay, hang on. I might have to double all the way back to that L shape, that corner piece Tetris thing again. But let's look over here first. Do I see anything? Do I see what I'm looking for? Jessica, welcome in. How's it going? Thank you for redeeming human kindness. Sending human kindness from me to you, to all of chat. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Happy end of weekend, beginning of week. Sending you calm vibes to get through the rest of your day. And I believe in you. You're valued. You're worthy. Thanks, Jessica. I probably had close to 1,000 hours in League, but that, similar to New Horizons, was the game back then. Not like across the board, but there was always someone online to play with, so that was the draw. I get that. Okay, yeah, I want this to turn, and I want to go over on the purple. I've got over 1,000 hours in Binding of Isaac, but that's definitely an anomaly. That one has also been out for a decade. That's awesome. I finally watched someone else play that for the first time the other day, because I have heard about it, but I had never watched it, and I don't think it's a type of game that I'd be super into. It's one that I wouldn't go into with no spoilers because I feel like I have to watch somebody else play it to sell it to me. The music's really good though. That was like the biggest draw so far. And it's a roguelike. I never remember which is which. Oops. Isaac has cool things going for it. It's a messed up game visually and thematically with very satisfying gameplay loop. Nice. The art design and binding of Isaac is unusual. It's like little demons and monsters and things, right? But it's sort of pixel art-y. Pixel art-esque. Oh, okay. I don't think I saw that part. They make lots of poop jokes, I guess. Okay. Helped make Super Meat Boy. I liked Super Meat Boy. Maybe call it more chibi than pixel art? Lots of poop in Binding of Isaac. I had no idea. Okay. So we got these puzzles. I'm looking at where they are on the pillar. On the EP pillar. I guess they're not where I thought they were. So that gives me a sense of direction of where we need to be. This area is paired with the same area that has the circle-y ones over here, and we finished that pillar, or that side of the pillar rather. So let's go. The one we didn't finish is... Man, these are so confusing though. I don't know. Let's go over this blue walkway again. Isaac's the game with my third highest playtime, around 500 hours since I got 100% in all 3 save files. Nice. New stream icon, who's this? Hey, dude, welcome in. I got a new profile picture. Hopefully, hopefully people start to get used to it. I know that always throws me off when people change their image, their icon on Twitch. But I do get used to it eventually. Oh, here. This piece is what I was worried about. You can't get this from down, like, the staircase, can you? No? And I know we watched this spinning, but does that mean there's a puzzle to be had? I find that hard to believe. But what do I know? Is there a puzzle afoot? Yeah. I think I already forgot what the previous icon looked like. So we kept the previous icon art for some of my like BRB screen and starting soon the one with me and my 2 cats. It's a portrait that my friend Ellen drew. And that was it in 2019? No, I think it was early 2020 that I changed my profile picture on like all my accounts to that drawing that she did. So we've had it for a while. I thought it was time for a change. At least in this case, the new pic is a picture of you. Yeah, it's at least me and not... I mean, when people do pic crews or like avatars or different versions of them, those are really cute. It just takes a bit to get used to the new... I don't know, like your brain memorizes the color and how the picture is divided. Like when I'm looking for, say, Bear's icon and going live, I'm looking for that like green, foresty... You just have an idea of what it is in your head, and oftentimes I look for that before I look for the name. So I'm glad we're on a pretty regular schedule so people know, like, wait, Jen should be live right now, and they maybe double check the list. But, yeah. I'm sure it'll throw some people off. It's okay. I don't know where to look for these. We're just spending some time gazing and chatting and turning and gazing and chatting. It's in line. The one we're looking for... Oh, but see, why are the circle-y ones in the water on a different side of the pillar than this one? That's really interesting. But the one that is angular is in line with this and the right angle one that we did, the Tetris piece one that's behind this tree, and oh, some other stuff. Check out the light show you made in the sky throughout your time in this game. What do you mean? Yeah, I know, the lasers are awesome. I'm setting up randomizer for small Pokemon games. Anyone played Pokemon with randomizers before? Ooh, that's exciting, llama. Oh, I've never done a Pokemon randomizer. I think I've watched one that I feel like it gave you a new party every fight or something. It was really wild. It was very involved. I've watched people play them but never played myself. Oh, I found this off stream. I don't know if you can see it from this side. You can see it from here though. Bird. Played them myself when I was younger, but probably 6 years ago since I last tried. Nice. Only ever played Super Metroid Link to the Past randomizer. Yeah. Did you ever play Legacy of Kain? I've not heard of that. No, I haven't played it. Burb. I like that one. I like that illusion. I'm feeling pretty stuck on everything else though. Alright, let's go back over here. We want black to blue. Oh, I guess I can do this way. Nope, that was the wrong direction. Oh well, we'll go the long way. New party every fight sounds rough. Yeah. Oh yeah, and we have follower emotes too. We were talking about that earlier, and dude. I like them. They've been fun. Playing Final Fantasy IV rando earlier. I was racing and lost my 5 minutes because I forgot to save. Oh no! I'm sorry, Magus. Ugh, what a pain. Don't mind me just looking at this tall grass. No, I'm looking at the structure behind, but... And thank you for contributing to the Nestroid stream. Our channel point challenge. It's down here again? There's a path that leads to the other side. Oh yeah, this is the crocodile one. My nose is a little stuffy today. Just a tiny bit. I don't know, I guess we're walking down here again. We're gonna do a lot of backtracking until I see what it is that I need to see. This is the same. This also changes the walkway up above. We have this EP, this one. You get it if you move this to change the color. I'm setting it up so wild Pokemon are random, but not full on messy, so I'm keeping movesets and such, just random Pokemon encounter starting abilities. Huh, cool. Legendaries on the first route. Perhaps I'm making them easier to catch, so that might not be too cool. Can I see anything from down inside the stairwell? Anything on the ceiling? Not really. Anything behind the stairs? Not really. Anything in the clouds? Or the trees? Negative space in the tree branches? Not really. This one's tough. I only have 3 other EPs to go off of to give me a location. One of them is down inside here, and the other 2 are the ones formed by this shadow. That's it. It's somewhere nearby here. And the one over here, like I said, it's a round one. It doesn't look man-made. It looks wiggly and squiggly. I wonder if it goes... No, because there's all these other branches in the way. It would be cool if there was one that went over the top of the mountain. But I don't know if it... I never fully understand if it's based off of where you're standing or where the EP actually is. I always thought it was kind of... It made an angle based off of where you were standing and, like, a straight line through what you were looking at kind of a deal, but... Or from the pillar, the different faces of the pillar make pizza slices radiating out from the center. You know. Let's do this. Maybe it's one that I have to get as I move across the bridge here. There's a bunch of EPs that I know where they are, but I'm apparently incapable of completing them. Yeah, I'm kind of at that point too, Pup and Suds, that I know where a bunch are, but I can't figure out how to complete them. There's some key thing in the environment that prevents me from completing them. For example, the storm cloud. And there's one that we talked about last time I streamed this that's in... Well, gosh. Okay, so there's one that's in the starting area that I safe word question asked off stream if I had to do something with the triangles before I could complete it. And I found out, yes, that was something I had to do for one EP in the starting area. I mean, that's like, I don't know. I don't want to give anyone the impression that... I don't want to oversimplify it, but that's something that I know so far. And then there's another one in the starting area that I'm not sure if it's directly linked to the triangles, but I can't get it the way things are currently. It's so hard to explain. If we go over there and visit, I'll show you what I mean. So big! I'm sorry. This game does that. I think I know. It's the... Do you want to know exactly what ones? And then panels-wise, I found an incomplete panel actually here in the swamp the other day. But other than that, I think the only panel that I know where it is that I haven't completed is the vault door of the wrecked ship, the sound puzzle. I believe you can find everything with enough persistence. Thank you, Austin. You can say if you want to say. It's the door to exit the starting area. The one that when you start the game is that white grid. And when you start a new file, you can get the EP because it's like the sun and it goes down this bright white pole and makes a thing around the doorway. But if it's a file like this and the doorway's already open, I don't know how to get it back. And then the other one is like this trail of yellow flowers. No, I haven't done either of those. Both of those I have not figured out how to do. Thanks everybody for contributing to the Nestroid challenge. I love it. I'm not having any breakthroughs here, so I don't know. I don't know what's on my agenda to do next. I'm running out of EPs. Like, if we have however many on this pillar, it's not like part of this little doorway, is it? No, because that's the wrong spot. Other guy, how's it going? Welcome in. What does late game mean? It means we've already gotten the achievement end game, and we are, I don't know, this is like what my save file looks like. 442 plus 120 plus 3. We're going for all EPs. I've already gotten all the audio logs, and we're trying to uncover hidden secrets. I just want to plant the idea. I'd gladly provide a nudge to see new things if you're considering putting the game down, but I really do believe it possible to see everything with endless determination. Oh, don't worry, I'm not thinking of putting the game down. I'm fully, like, addicted to this game. I've been having such a blast with it on and off stream, so no worries, we're not in danger of that. We're 100%ing this thing. We're trying to. We're really trying. It's just slow going. But I've been so good at, like, persevering and not taking hints. Or, like, direct hints for certain things. I've gotten a couple confirmations of suspicions I had. Like, we talked about the triangles earlier. And we talked about, I don't know. I figured out the pond on my own, and that helped a ton. But I know it would go faster if I took hints and nudges, but I'm like, I've done it all on my own so far. I want to keep it up. 99.8% depending on redacted. Have you found done the challenge? Okay, careful though, but no, I don't know what that is. But I don't know, yeah. Hence planting the idea, Oh, it's okay. I think it's fine, Llama. I would... But yeah, just be careful hinting at things and saying, have you done X yet? Because if I haven't, then it could be spoilers. You'd know if you had. Yeah. Don't put the game down. Yeah. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The bamboo one is done. It looks so pretty. It's further down the path. Or I guess, whatever. I just want to show you the bamboo pillar. Ta-da! Oh, goodness. I do want to clarify I'm happy to watch explorations even chilling out in the environment. Thanks, Austin. Nice and marbly white. Yeah. That one has some really pretty EPs on it, too. So we've got 5 left. Actually, should I update my numbered list? This game is so beautiful. Seriously. I have a stack of papers that is not all stream related, but most of it is. Because I have a list of how many we have left. I just don't know where it is anymore. These are Outer Wilds notes. That's not the right page. Okay, well, I might have lost it. We'll make a new one. Oh, yes! Okay. Very important notes. Very. Watching exploration makes for a cozy stream. Thanks. I love it. I get such a kick out of it. Okay. So the one we were just looking at, I called it river, but I'll do river / mountain, is now down. It was at 13. It's now down to 5, which is really cool. The desert was the first one we finished. Temple is now done. And Channelwood is done. So we want to go look at the one by the quarry and Windmill Village. Wait. Quarry, Windmill Village. Oh, yeah. Can I count to 6? How many tire stacks are there? This one. I have no idea where this one is. I've spent way too much time looking for it. I think that's the only one I have left here. No, this... Oh, okay. It's not the only one I have left. This is the clouds in the sky with the rain cloud. These 3 are all... I'm very, very convinced that these 3 are all underneath the windmill in the movie theater room. This one is the, like, exit doorway when you're looking at the back of the movie theater, and it, like, forms this thing above you, but the wire's broken. Okay? This one looks like the vines hanging above the movie theater, and this one looks like the movie viewer from the front around the edge of the player. But I don't know how to get any of those. I think it's because I'm missing the movies associated, maybe? I don't know. Stumped. And then this is the yellow flowers in the starting area we were talking about, and this is the white door in the starting area that we were talking about. So we're stuck on this whole pillar pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We went down from missing 11 to missing 7 on that one. How to count to 6 when there are infinite numbers between 1 and 6. Xena would like to have a word with you, Pup and Sons. Hey, Ostrich, welcome in. We have, I keep forgetting, I think we have either 3 or 4 movies. We can go look if we need to. I want to go look at the quarry real quick, too. This one, I need to figure out where this one is. Because at least that one I'm not convinced that we're barred from completing it yet. I just can't find it. That's like the swamp ones. I just can't find them. Oh, except we know... Some of them, we know there's closed doors, so there's some that I'm suspicious are behind a door I can't go through yet. There is that aspect, too, that I cannot get all the EPs yet. Because I know I can't get all the sound recordings yet. I said earlier I had all the sound recordings. I keep forgetting. That's a lie. I have all the ones that I can get to currently. I don't have access to some of them. Doors are sus, yeah. We found the lake! I've spent so much time by the pond. The lake. So much time. I used it to make sure to find all the triangles. There's these vaults that I don't know where they are. I used it to find sound recordings. What a cool puzzle. Idea for map puzzle tracking. It's the coolest. That's when I really started getting addicted to this game, was unfortunately after we stopped streaming it, but I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to find everything now. How can you not have access to them if you already have unlocked everything? I haven't. I didn't realize that until the end, too. Because there's no, for me at least, there wasn't a need for a map because I wasn't going after all EPs, all sound recordings. I didn't really have a goal other than, I guess, lasers, and then once we got into the mountain, we kind of had a goal there. But, yeah, it wasn't until I was like, alright, I guess I'm done streaming it for now, and I'll play off stream that I was like, well, let me try to map some of this stuff out. What was your favorite section of the game you've done so far? Oh, we talked about this the other day. Oh, I forgot what my answer was. It probably changes every day. Oh, I did say, I remember I mentioned that I ended up really liking the windmill area, the village, even though I was very stuck and frustrated by it for a long time. But it made me go back to previous areas of the game and relearn mechanics and come back and like reapply them in a cool way. That was very rewarding. I like the sounds area. I did like the sound puzzles in the bamboo forest, and I love Channelwood because it looks like Channelwood. That's right. Now I remember my answer. So here we're missing... Oh, these I keep putting off. 1, 2, 3... Just 3? Yeah, I haven't come back to this. It was 3 last time we came here. And I kept saying, oh, I don't want to go back to the quarry. But now we should, because I can probably get some of these. Okay, we'll go look. I feel like the lake only reveals itself once you're deep into everything suspicious mode. My favorite laser area is a toss-up between the town and the greenhouse, but my favorite puzzle hands down is the Shady Street's capstone to unlock its laser. Yeah, that's a cool capstone for sure. It's so elegant. The Shade Branch areas made me repeatedly so mad at myself. That I liked the Shade Branch areas, except for one puzzle in particular I hated. And there was a second one that I really didn't like, but it was quicker than the one that we were stuck for ages on it. We being me, because the scale, I was convinced things were 2 blocks wide when they were 1, or 1 block wide when they were 2. And I was so convinced that I didn't try multiple versions. Thomas, welcome in. I have played Myst and Ribbon. We streamed Myst back over the summer-ish. I can't remember if it was in August or July or when, but yeah, phenomenal games. And I'm gonna play Abduction eventually. That's the plan, at least. Alright, so this room. Let me pull up this screenshot that I just took of that pillar. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? Did I not just take a screenshot there? Oh, here it is. Okay, great. My screenshots folder is oops, all the witness. There we go. So I think this room, we have the reverse version of this puzzle I'm looking for. I don't know. There's puzzles in here. I forget what all these do. What does this do? Raise and lower this ramp. Do we have stairs to get on top of this thing now? Did we unlock stairs? No, we just unlocked a way to get down here, which is interesting. Was Myst re-released from the first time it was in the 90s? Yeah, I played Real Myst Masterpiece Edition, but there's a lot of different versions of Myst now, it seems. Either remakes or ones on Steam, or I remember having a discussion with people about the different remakes of it, but I played Riven on CD-ROM in 2005-ish when I was a kid. And my dad played both of them. He was super into both games. So I think we had Myst on CD-ROM. I just never played that one, but I was really into Riven. Myst was just remade this year. We played one that looked very much like the original, but with free look and some other stuff. Just bought Real Myst, looking forward to trying it, yeah. I only run Linux. I wonder if Steam would work. The one for Steam would work. I don't know. I don't remember how anything in this room works. That's what I get for putting it off for so long. Okay, I think this is what I want to do. Is go... here. That's where it's currently set to. Huh? I don't remember how to do this. Alright, there we go. Okay, well. Too far, I think. I don't know that that helps either. What if we change this? Alright. So that's the super short one. And now I think we have one that starts here and goes to the left, and we have to follow it or something weird? Unclear. Recently found the windmill website with a bunch of witness-style puzzles. It's a problem! Oh no, don't tell me that. I'll be trapped there. That's amazing. The windmill, of course. Do we think we can do this while it's moving? I don't know. How much do I believe in myself? Oops, not that much apparently. Oh dear. Oh, weird. But I have to catch it before I do... Oh, I don't think that's possible. And then there's a control that moves one of these around. I forget how it works. Ooh, the witness. Hi, with family this week. Can't be on much, but have a great stream. Thank you, Mac. I appreciate it. Enjoy your time with family. Believe. I don't remember where all the controls are. Why does this one not have a frame? It's weird, right? This looks like the finish here. I wonder if we send it back. Here, let's try this. Thank you for the host. I appreciate it. Hi, Chuck. Welcome in. Enjoy the Moogle noises. I am having trouble. Okay, we talked about this on stream the other day. I'm having trouble finding all my sound alerts. So I'm starting, I've been chipping away at switching over to Stream Elements. I know I need to do it, but I don't have the actual file of a bunch of my sounds, and the Moogle one is one of them. I can't track it down. So I've got some alerts already finished, but others I'm like, I can't redo this. I mean, we could pick a new one. It's the perfect opportunity to redo all my alerts. We can just start over. I love the Moogle noises, though. For someone who doesn't play very much, if any, Final Fantasy, I really love Moogles. Mogs. Moogles. Mog is a specific Moogle. Can't you download them back off of Streamlabs? I can't figure out how. I've tried. I can never find a download button. There's a library, but it's just to like pick the ones you want for specific alerts, or so it seems. Because yeah, that would be the easiest. By far. Oh god, this is terrible. But you can't get the circle down here because it's okay, this was fun, but I mean, we did it for science. It wasn't the right move. I thought a Mog was half man, half dog. Yeah, Mog's a Moogle from Final Fantasy VI. Where are all the other controls? I didn't want to mess with the ones up here, but I guess we will. Is this one of the controls down here? I don't think so. There should be a wire attached to it, right? Oh, it's right here. Yeah. Okay. Nope. We slipped. There we go. So, what does that do? Oh. It goes so fast compared to all the other machinery. How do I do this? Oh. It was over so fast. No, no, no. Go this way. Go this way. Yeah. Maybe I don't go all the way to the end. That's a really easy answer for this. I'm doing this the dumb way. Jen, please. I'm too used to having moving puzzles. Jen, please. I know. We're getting there. Solarum, thank you for contributing to the Nestroid Challenge. I appreciate it. And Semi, thank you. Imagine a puzzle that just stands still. Okay, we've got... You know, I still never figured out what all the different sparkle colors mean. Does each pillar have its own color, I wonder? Is that a spoilery thing? Should I safe word ask that? Oh, thanks everybody. Garrett, thanks for contributing to the Nestroid stream. Let me look at my screenshot again. So we're done with that face, that side of the pillar, it looks like. Yeah. There were 2 missing in this room and we got both of them. So now there's another one missing, I think on the other side of the river. Or the... What is this called? Oh, well, you can't see it from here. The mouth of the river? Estuary? I don't know. Some fancy topography term. Is estuary like a system of rivers? I don't remember these things. I feel like I learned them in elementary school and never again. The braided streams. You don't think the pillars are color coded? Okay. It's not a spoiler. I don't think. I don't know. I was just wondering. I guess I wouldn't be the one who would know if it is or not. What's up with this? Are you? You seem circular, but maybe that's a puzzle from the inside here. I think there's more to do. More to do in here. Like this type of deal. Huh. Okay, that's the right shape that we need. But we want the circle to be down here. So maybe I'm supposed to look at this from the other side? Or... Oh, here's a thing here. Interesting. It's where the tide meets the stream. We've got 1 left on this pillar. And I hope we can do it.
NCC 1701. No bloody A, B, C, or D.
Program complete.
Thank you, Solarium, for the 1701 bits. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for the bits. Thanks for cheering for humanity. I love that alert. I have to cut the Spotify music in time so we can hear it. Oh my gosh. It gives me hope. It gives me inspiration to find all the EPs. Mom's here. Hi, Mom. Welcome in. We're playing more of The Witness, your favorite. Okay, that lowers this platform over here. I don't know that that is helpful to us. I don't know that it's unhelpful either. Where's the control? Oh, I think it's right here. Yeah. For this platform, we have to be on the ground to use it. Why is that one so much louder? It seems like we were really far away from the controls for it. Oh, wow. I feel like recently I did a panel like this too that I had skipped over before. Thanks everyone for saying hi to Mom. Loki, welcome in. It's good to see you. I'm somewhat baffled by this. Oh. 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 Oh, we have... Oh, right. We have this one. We need the reverse. I got so excited. I was like, wait, we filled in the circle, but that's not quite the problem we're having. Okay, so what about this here? I think this'll work. Seems promising. Bam! We finished a pillar! Look at the sparkles. Let's go look. Hey, Pausanias, welcome in. Oh, can I knock it down though? We finished a pillar and I'm stuck up here forever. Hi all, good night all. Drop by to say hello. Hello, and good night, Sankari. Thanks for coming in to say hi. I hope you have a good night, a good sleep. Appreciate you. So much hype for the pillars. Must have visual confirmation. Oh yeah. We gotta go check out the new pillar that we just finished. Oh wait, isn't there a staircase over here? Yeah. I forget these things. Pillar, pillar, pillar! There it is! Look, look, look! That's 4. And honestly, we have 2 left. 2 pillars left. Most of the puzzles on them are ones that I feel like I can't even do right now. Such good progress. We're at 442 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. 123 plus 4. It's fate. It's such good luck. Oh my gosh. That makes me so happy. Look how far we've come. So the most we're missing are on Windmill Village still. That one has 7 left, and River and Mountain has 5. Like the one, I don't know what to call it. The mountain pillar. So now, oh. I'm so tempted. The white pillars are particularly aesthetically pleasing. They're so nice. It's just such an achievement. Look at that. Wow. Here's a question that I'm tempted to ask, but don't answer it yet. Okay. I want to know if the wrecked ship vault, that door, that weird sound puzzle, if opening that is barring me from finding other vaults. Because I feel like that's one of my biggest hang-ups right now. This vault right here, I'm very stuck. And I'm probably gonna have to get at least some kind of a nudge for how to do this puzzle, just this panel. But I'm determined to keep trying and let my brain marinate on it even more. Okay, but then... Oh yeah, and then this is the fountain now that's tall. Look at these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of wish I didn't guide dang it my way to 100% in this game. I can answer if and when you decide you want an answer. Yeah, we have a few people that can help if I need it. I appreciate the support, because it's also frustrating when you guys aren't around and I'm like, oh, I just want confirmation of this one thing. I don't know where or what this vault is, or if I even have access to it. If it's behind one of those weird doors, I don't know. I don't know. And I think there's another one that I don't know where it is, which I feel like there's more vaults than there are movies. Zara, hi, welcome. Amaraya, hi, welcome. I'm back from travel. Nice to say hi again. You've made some amazing progress in the game. Thank you. It's been so fun. Who can say? Yeah. At what point did you work out the map? That's some advanced witnessing. Thanks, Garrett. So I had been told that there was a way... Sorry. I have an itch. I think someone nudged me that there was like an in-game way to tell your progress. So I knew that something existed, but that's all I knew. And I wasn't actively looking for it until off stream, and then I had the advantage of VODs, because I was watching a VOD and I noticed almost none of the flowers had bloomed. So that was the first one that I decoded. Or no, was it the flowers? It might have been the lanterns were not lit. And I came back and was like, wow, they're almost all lit. Because at the time I had 10 out of 11 lasers. Anyway, that's how it all started happening. I forced my partner to look up stuff for me when I was stuck so I could get an answer without seeing the answer. Oh my gosh. Aww. Such support. This is over here. I can see VODs being particularly powerful. I feel like I had a lot of things that I wanted to double back on and double check because of VODs. I think that's an advantage, but I think when I was off stream, obviously I have an advantage of like a little bit more narrow and better focus and you know, less pressure and that sort of thing. Not that there's been any pressure in these streams, but just like the amount that comes with streaming at all. Or like time limits, because we're usually time limit on stream to 4 5 hours, whatever, and I take breaks and all that. So many things are hardy to see while at the controls. Yeah, I ruined my sleep schedule. It's 1 a.m. I just woke up. Oh no, Zara, that's so frustrating. I'm sure streaming adds a certain amount of pressure regardless. Yeah, it does. And depending on what we're doing and what game we're playing, it's either more or less. I'm just trying to make sure I can tell how many are left, because when you have to walk all the way over here across the bridge, I feel like I start to lose track of which ones I've already highlighted. But I think there's 2 plus this one. I think that's the answer we're going with for now. Okay. I can close this screenshot of the pillar that we finished. Nice. And what do we want to do? Do we want to go look for these? What is this close to? This is the mountain pillar. This is the bamboo laser. This is the bamboo pillar. This is the temple laser. I always get this area mixed up. Here for the vibes, whatever you want to do. Thanks, Demi. We're gonna wander for a little bit. I'm really procrastinating going back to that vault. I don't want to. It's like every time I think I'll just stand in front of the door and listen to it and have an epiphany, I go back, I'm like, I don't know what epiphany I think is coming. I don't get it. Okay, this is Windmill Village. So this is temple. So somewhere between temple laser and bamboo laser. And it's not that far from the other vault either. I want to take a screenshot that has all 4 of those landmarks in it, but it's hard to get with the cloud in the way. Here, I'll just take it from here, I guess. It's kind of a weird angle. Not revolting just yet. Oh god. It took me way too long. Always a fan of clams. We're happy as clams playing this game. I keep saying I'm not gonna stream this game again, and then here we are. Oh, you know what else I did say that we would do? Is go show you the videos that I have. Take a look down here. Movie time! Well, I don't think we'll watch them, but I'll show you the blueprints that I have. This dang door. I see Fez on your possibly upcoming games, which is exciting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Fez. I think I keep getting my schedule mixed up. We have a nostalgia puzzle game stream coming up when I get back from vacation. And vacation, like I'm taking the week off for the holiday. We have a nostalgia stream, and then I think we're starting Fez, which I kept forgetting because we were talking about like Subnautica and things that are not puzzles, but Subnautica's been on my list forever. Yeah, I'm excited for Fez. There's just too many games. Every time we talk about it, there's too many games. It's always really interesting that this one is not a panel. strange. Okay, these are the blueprints I have. These 4. Subnautica, aka Deeper Wilds. Yeah, there's such a draw to play that as like a follow-on. If we want to take a break from Metroidvanias and puzzle games, we can play that. Only Fez I know is in that 70s show. Yeah. Also, a hat. I don't know anything about Fez other than puzzle game, good music. I think that's it. So this is the one, I really don't want to watch these. This is the one with this dude. This is the one with this dude. This is the one where this guy walks back and forth and we can't watch it on stream because DMCA. And there's an EP at the end of it. Or no. Yeah, this is the end. Shoot, I forget which side is the end and which is the start of the video. And then this is that lady. And so far, it's so weird watching it fast like this. Woo! We're talking so fast. I don't think this one has a EP attached to it. This one already does, and we found it. I didn't find one with this. And this had the green circle somewhere in here. This. Oh, that has a circle too. Are there 3 in this one? Because we're missing, I think, 2 more. That's so funny. I was not highly attuned enough. I was only attuned enough for this green. And I did not see the book at all. Let's find out if it's anything. Maybe it's not anything. Oh, I missed... hang on one second. I'm excited for Fez. Haven't played it since it came out on 360 so many years ago. Oh, I didn't know it was that old. Heck yeah, I'm excited. I enjoy Gen the 3 Joy is some sort of summoning ever since stumbling upon that with fire. I like it. I like the fire emote, and then whenever you have an emote that doesn't have arms, the like mod flame hands. Oh, I love those combinations. Behold, fish! The scene from Nostalgia, that was the first time I saw that scene before and I was so captivated. I've never seen it except for in this game. It's great how they were able to make EPs work from original archive videos. Alright, so anything else worth digging through here? I'm looking for orange as well, which we can kind of see some orange in some of these pages, but I don't know enough about the orange because oops, hang on.
Trying to find ways.
Excuse you. Yes, Llama, that's perfect. Thank you for the this I'm saying orange because of the vines up here. There's something suspicious going on with them. But I also know that I think that I don't know anything. I think I can walk on this walkway. Excuse me. Excuse me. I think I can walk up here later. But not right now. Alright, I'm procrastinating. Let's do this real quick. Where is it? That looked like it. Right there.
A worm, or a geranium, or you.
Come on.
Stuff's easier to take.
Gotcha. Is there another one over here?
It's hard to take because it removes the reassuring.
How wrong was I on some of these assumptions? I knew that was one.
Only what is demonstrably true about the world. And the reason why so many people may be thinking about it.
I can't believe I missed that one. Oh well. Here we are now.
Interpretation of things like that, as opposed to this. Know what it is? It's
It
a
was
bunch
over
of
here.
amino acids.
I don't know
Stuff
why
that goes to build up
this is here
a
if it's
worm,
anything. Oh,
or a
stop it.
geranium, or you.
We have the green
Stuff's
one.
easier to take, isn't it? Understandable. Got people in it.
Maybe there's nothing else besides that one.
Scientific knowledge. It's hard
Okay,
to
but that
take
was exciting.
because it removes the reassurance.
I don't like when it zooms in like that. And I really don't see any circles in this one. I don't know. I don't know anymore. This is just that lady's face the whole time. Can you get all the videos to play at once? No. That looks closed too. That would be wild if multi-video was possible, yeah. Triangle. Here, now I can show you my other suspicions. This shape here is a very similar shape to one of the EPs, but it's kind of broken, which doesn't work out well for us. Still unclear. I don't think you can do that church one and make the... I don't remember what we did for it, actually. It's at the very, very end. It was on the other side like that, though. Yeah. Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to play this music. Oh no! Like, I don't think I can attach it to this. Oh god. I'm sorry. I know, but I have music playing too. It's fine. I'll turn it off. I'm sorry. It was a short enough clip. It's fine. Up and out! We're free! Alright, what did I say that we were gonna do before I went down there? I forget. Look for vaults. Gosh. Go exploring. And look for the EP that I'm missing over here. For review purposes. Between two lasers, a novel. It's between the bamboo laser and the mountain, the temple laser. It's under this rock. It's under the water. I truly don't know. Okay, but let me grab my screenshot. Screenshots are so dang handy for this game. I think this is one that I want to use. Sure. Okay, here's my reference points. It's a little hard to read. But we're gonna go with this. Screenshots MVP. I could still do this game without them, maybe. But it's so much nicer with them. And we can't reverse this. It's gonna play all those bird noises if I go too close. So it's further inland than both this vault. Nope, that's not it. Here, it's further inland than this vault. It also looks further inland than the bamboo pillar. And it's further... What direction am I looking if I'm standing here? I'm looking north. It's further east than both the vault and the pillar. So if I'm standing here in the open one... Oh man, I wonder if the vault doors open the same direction as the way that the clamshells are facing? And the pond? I never needed to think about it that hard until I was standing in the doorway of one of these things. Or if it's not the vault door, but it's the box that the blueprint is inside of. That's a curious thing. Oh, I wish we had scienced it out. Whether the clamshell opens when I toggle, like, the outside switch of this, or the door itself. Be interesting if the clam facing matters. Because I don't think I've ever opened a vault door and not opened a box afterwards. Huh. I'd have naively assumed they'd face towards the shore for legibility. I don't know. I hadn't thought of that. It's just east of this, but not so far east as the bamboo laser. which is like for, oops, there's the bird noises, which is like further up here. This is wild. The one place I never wanted to wander through again. As much as I liked the puzzles in this area and it looks really cool, I hate coming back here. Here's our turtle friend. Because I always get lost. I was about to retort Outer Wild, but you're playing The Witness, yeah. Still a good retort. Funtoon likes it. This area is the worst to me. We already have this sound clip. I'm gonna bonk my head into every corner that I can find, looking for weird secret closed doors that I've walked past 700 times. Chozo, welcome in. How's it going? Bonk, bonk. I'm still gonna miss it because it's so gosh dang confusing. Alright, that just did, we did a circle there, okay. I can't get around this rock, I don't think. Bonk. At least not from this side. No rest until we bonked the last secret door. It's going, yeah. I'm doing okay. Ended up playing The Witness instead of Hourglass today. We played Hourglass for maybe 20-30 minutes and it just was not clicking. So we switch. What specifically are you looking for? Some like corner or door that I've walked past a billion times and didn't realize was there. I don't think there's anything back here, but I've been wrong about that before, so I'm double checking. Like that one that we saw in the swamp earlier, I thought I had been in that corner, but I hadn't. And there was a whole door that I missed out on. I can't go through it yet. It seems. But now at least I know it's there. I'm looking for fake walls. Yeah, isn't this fun watching me go past things that I can't go past? I hate this area, though. I don't like it. It is a lot. Maybe the Konami code will let you clip through the walls. Hey, Soul Flamer. Roll into everything, never know hidden walls. Know where hidden walls could be, yeah. With a game like this, you'd be a fool not to look for fake walls, yeah. Especially after what's already happened. This is the best area to hide one in. Oh my gosh. That's the vault that we were just in. Is it in this tree branch? Okay, there's gonna be the, what is this, like the cell phone noises here? Oh, it's not that bad yet. No cell phone noises yet. Just bird chirps. Just gotta backtrack on the button that turns on lights and activates Stanley Parable's secret disco. I think this also goes into the vault that we've already seen. I don't think that one is that secret. And you can't see much anyway. And then this dead ends, which is fine. I have yet to play Stanley Parable. That is also on my list of games to play sometime, someday. Sure, we'll go ahead and let that rhyme. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in here. If I missed it, I'm not that mad. Nichols, hi, welcome in. We didn't get the raid alert, if it was one. Thank you for the host. How are you? Happy Sunday. Good to see you. What are you working on? Antable, welcome in. Hi. It was supposed to be a raid, but Twitch wasn't having it. No, that's okay. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Nichols. I hope you're having a good Sunday. Your weekend was good. We are back to the Witness again. And it's been going really well. It's been chill. If we could get a shout out for Nichols, I'd appreciate it. Thank you for the 11 months. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back to the human race. Enjoy Earth Badge, your emotes, your ad-free viewing, your access to the sub-only channel in our Discord. Thank you, Nichols. I was playing Papers, Please. Oh, nice. Very cool. I've seen a little bit of that one. Okay. I think we're good to leave this place. What's the sub alert animation from? It is from Bee and Puppy Cat, a really, really adorable cartoon short. There's 5 10-minute episodes, I want to say, on YouTube. And they were supposed to make a season 2, and they never did. And it's very sad. Really, really good show. It's fun but heavy. Gotcha. I think I might be mixing it up with another game then that I don't remember being super heavy, so. Alright, I went too far. I don't know. I don't know. We could go inside the mountain and work on that one puzzle with the 2 different, there's like a yellow and a pink walkway or a yellow and a blue walkway. And I have to solve the yellow one differently so that I can get an EP from it looking down or up. I can't remember which. Gonna have to look it up. Speaking of season 2, I'm looking forward to Centaur World season 2. Some heavy themes and moral decisions. Okay, yeah. Here, let me get you the shout out. Thanks for stopping in, Nichols. I always appreciate it. Having you here on a Sunday, it's a good time. And if you need to raid and lurk and eat and all that good stuff, I totally understand that too. We started out with Hourglass today and switched over to Witness. I'm just a little bit, I don't know, I guess kind of baffled. I wonder, it's not like higher up the mountain that this would be, I don't think. Because then I feel like that would be way too far inland. Maybe we get a good vantage point from up here though. I know this isn't taking us to the top, I just want to come around to this side. See if we get a different perspective. Hiking up the mountain, yeah. I definitely consider Papers, Please an important game for someone to have made really powerful in terms of empathy. Gotcha. That's cool. Oh. Oh my. Thank you so much, Amaraya. Thank you for the Ko-fi donation. I appreciate it. Thanks for checking out the Ko-fi page. I think they just did some updates to their alerts that I need to try. Because all of our tipping is going to switch from Streamlabs to Ko-fi. I'm not going to use Streamlabs tip page anymore. So I need to beef up the alerts for that. I really appreciate it. Just checked Bee and Puppy Cat Lazy in Space is poised to be released on Netflix. Oh, I saw. Okay. Gosh, I hope so. Yeah, good. Finally. It's like 50 minutes to watch through the whole first season and it's over too quick. It's so sad. That is really neat. Let's go over here. Oh. They released one episode in 2019, but the rest, nowhere to be found. We can take a look from up here, I guess, real quick. Flower. It'd be cool if our missing swamp EPs would just make themselves visible to me from here. I don't think that's gonna happen, sadly. But I could be wrong. You never know. Like maybe it's this path or something. I don't know. Oh, okay. Keep going, Jen. Hoping for Infinity Train Season 5? Nice. I haven't watched Infinity Train. I don't know if I would like it. I don't know much about it. Anything else suspicious that we can see from far away? Not really. There's something in this area. Hidden. And something in this area. I forget where the path is exactly, but it's somewhere in there. Hidden. And there's something in this area by the waterfall. Hidden. Have any of you checked out Kid Cosmic? No. I think you'd like it. It's pretty incredible. I've only seen season 1 so far, and everything I've heard is each season improves. Ooh, nice. Alright. I have not watched a new... Wow, the mic is completely blocking me. Watched a new animated series in a while, I don't think. Other than the, what is it, Distant Lands episodes. That's not a new series, really, but the Adventure Time stuff has been really good. What's at the mountain peak? There, all the lasers come to a point at this lantern, and then it opens up. You open this box, and then you flip this switch, and then you get to do this puzzle, and then it opens a giant staircase. Alright, let's go in. BMO Space Cowboy's adorable, yeah. They were all really... Well, I haven't seen Wizard City yet. But they've been really good. And is there one after Wizard City? If there is, I haven't seen it either. I don't know that I know where this is. That doesn't look like... Oh, is that in the shadow area, maybe? Doesn't... It's... There's a storage container in Windmill Village that's, like, out in the open. And the one... The vault at the beach, I think, is inside of a storage container. I don't know that I know where that one is. That one we did. I'm not sure what this is showing. Just a nice picture of Channelwood, maybe. I don't know. I don't trust any of these, really. Here's where it starts to get weird. I don't think I know what this is. Maybe this is just the staircase down under the windmill, actually, to get down there. The furniture column is such a bizarre concept, yeah. This is like a nice aerial view of the village. You can't do this from here, can you? Have I tried that before? I don't know. I don't know what's what anymore. Can't go any further. Everything is sus. You don't have an almost physics-defying column at home? No. This year, only new animated series I checked out this year was Centaur World and Eden Zero, which is sci-fi anime by the same folks that did Fairy Tail. Both great shows. Nice. I want to go investigate that storage container now, but I don't know if I would even know where to begin. So this one... Oh, interesting. It looks like we can't do these from the top down because the little walkway blocks the starting points. So we have to do it from the bottom up, I think. That's what we're gonna go try for a little bit. I'm imagining someone filling up the column one chair and desk at a time. Yeah. Oh, here's another thing I observed. Okay. Actually, wait, let me go back before we go deeper into the mountain. Nope. This cable runs through a bunch of stuff, right? Because it's the cable, it's this cable here. And it's white and it lights up and goes into the box. Excuse me. And then it comes out and it's not lit up. Very suspicious. This game's not good for people afraid of heights. There's not too much, like, precarious, you know, tightrope walking stuff for heights, but mountains in general, like, there's some steep cliffs. And then, oh yeah, actually no, the stuff inside the mountain is pretty daunting, you're right. Cable is sus. Cable is very sus. I'm imagining someone, oh yeah, yeah. Someone filling up the column. This right here. Why? I don't really want to undo what I've done. I don't think it does anything. So far, undoing completed panels hasn't done anything for me. Oh. And see, it runs here, and then you lose it for a bit, and then you pick it up again. Somewhere. I don't know. These rooms are all sus. I haven't been here. I haven't been here. Don't know what the heck that is. I haven't been here. I have been there. There's a bunch of them. This I found! This door I found! And I can't get to it. It's terrible. This thing I can't... This is the EP I told you about. I don't know why. Ugh. Heartbreaking. Okay, we're getting sidetracked though. That's not why I'm down here. Why does it look like this one isn't finished? But it's lit up. Was it an invisible one? No, it's just really light blue. Alright, it's fine. Column of sidetracks, seriously. Down we go. There's the cable. I didn't know how sus all the videos are. I started noticing a new one every time I came down here. Because I used to just think that they were somewhere further ahead in the mountain. And then you come back and you're like, wait, I didn't see any of this stuff. Windmills are sus. Swamp is sus. I feel like you can see maybe a glimpse of some of the stuff we don't have access to, but maybe not. Like this scaffolding material, this sort of stuff is in one of those pictures that I have of an area I haven't seen yet. Mont Blanc, how's it going? Welcome in. I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. I really... Oh, this area has those really colorful... That's weird. This, like, lights up and... Why does it do that? Huh. Colorful puzzles. They're a little bit flashy, so just wanted to let you know. Other games wish they were even half as sus. Okay. So we need to... This one is so daunting. We need to be able to get out this door so that we can go downstairs. But most of the time we get to that door from this greenish bluish path. I need to be able to get to it from this one. And it's harder than it sounds. Tempted to say it's a bug, yet I could never be certain, right? This is just the elevator, but we can look at that too, I guess. Triangles. Alright. I think it's probably the light changing as you go in the dark area. I think so. It just looks so abrupt, but I don't think it's anything. I found this sound recording off stream. I'm glad I had a map. That's all I have to say. Does this have any clues for me about the environment? I don't know. Pretty flowers, though. Certain I didn't find that. It's so... The ones in the mountain, because you're like so excited to be here, and you're so... Wow, I can't believe it. Is this endgame? Is this endgame? No. But you're like not looking for sound recordings anymore. This reminds me of Portal 2. Yeah. It has strong Portal 2 vibes for certain parts of it, for sure. Did I never get this one? I thought we did. Maybe I can't get it through the glass. That must be it. Yeah, okay. You can't do it through the glass. Oh, here we are. So, I can get lots of variations of different things, but I cannot get yet this yellow path to go out this door. So we have to start by going over here. Usually it helps if I seal off this black square, so we'll start off doing that. And now we can walk to the other side and change the yellow tail. Oops, okay, there we go. I have a feeling I'm gonna regret starting this. Oh, okay. That glass looked weird, but it's fine. Okay. We have only a couple options with this yellowtail. One of them I don't even know. We don't have very many options. We have to split up the orange stars. Oh, I have an idea. I don't think this is helpful though. I've tried a bunch of stuff with this puzzle, so I want to try something new. I've done that before. I can't capture all 4 of the stars like that. That doesn't work. But now if I go back to the other side, there's nowhere else for me to put the blue tail. It's not gonna work. This could be interesting, I guess. I might even go so far as to push this as far to the left as I can. It's like a chess game. You're always saying, okay, if I do this, what am I going to do once I go to the other side? And how can I do it and still get back to the panels that I need to have access to? I don't think this changes anything for us over here. We can just move this one. Not helpful. I want to be able to... I mean, I guess we can do something silly like this. Maybe it's not silly. Maybe that could be helpful. I don't think I've tried that yet. Just to isolate both the 2 orange stars and the black square. It's reminding me of a couple that pronounces Rage Quit as Rajakeet. I love it. Why? Why not, I suppose. Oops. But see, this is where the problem happens, is because once I change this yellow one, I can't get back to the other side, potentially. Maybe I need to come through... Oh, I don't know. No. Okay, but maybe I can split up the stars in a new and exciting way and get back to the other side still. Oh, actually... If you cut off the path and don't turn, can you still walk to the other side? Because I could make a different loop with that blue one so it comes up next to the edge. I'm not sure. We can test it on this side first and do this. Oops. Like one of these. Does that still allow me to walk to the other side? Did I not figure that out before? Okay, that's a gap. Alright. I don't think I ever tested that. It's not like the one below. Or no, sorry, above. It's not like this one where you have to use the column in the center to get through. You have to actually make it go all the way to the exit that you're trying to use. Just needs that jump button. It's always the jump button. Okay, so now we can... I don't know how this helps us. I want this white square to be off on its own, but I mean, I'm gonna end up drawing the same path like this to get back, so. I guess if I really want to do that, I could go... I don't know, something like this. No, that still doesn't work, Jed. Oh, it's too funny. I'd forgotten how wacky this dual puzzle is. It was, like, kind of enjoyable to solve it the first time, but trying to get the EP out of it is a dang nightmare. And the worst part is, I don't even know. There's no, like, confirmation that this is truly that EP, but gosh, I don't know what else it would be. I feel like my strategy last time, I've changed it, but I should have stuck with it, is to stay as close to the edge as possible, because you want to give the other tail room to navigate and do different stuff and try different patterns. What if we do this? I can't get to the other side, but we can do this. Because it's new and different. And there was a point where I had thought that I solved it, but because I couldn't walk back over, you know, I couldn't do it. You have to be able to keep walking back and forth. New and different, but did it do anything for us? I don't know. Can I go this way now because I have that other bridge? Yeah. That's what I was doing, though. It's all the same. It's hard to remember what I have and have not tried yet. It's like I need to... How to describe this? I need to break it up into as many chunks as I can. These breaks by the start of the yellow one are what make it super, super tricky, I feel. I don't know. I don't think I'm making any progress. I think I was closer the last time I tried this, and now I just don't remember what to do. I mean, if I do this, we can try some stuff. But at least I know if I want to leave again, if I want to exit again, I have to do... Or if I want to continue down further into the mountain, I have to do this, and then we're fine. But we can try this. Yeah, I wish this was a thing, but then we can't get over to the other side. That would give us something totally new and different. Oh, that wouldn't solve it though, because of the black and white squares. I don't know. I don't know where to go with this one. We'll keep working at it. We'll keep chipping away at it. We're only doing this panel so that we can get the EP. It's not even essential. I can go down there and show you the dang glass door, and we can look at this cable again. But I'm so stuck. Other than, like, the few EPs that we have left that don't seem to be barred. I forget what happens if I do this. I feel like I've tried that one before too. I don't know. Let's just continue down. Curious about the suspicious things. I'm like mad about them. So much sus, so little time. Yeah. We actually have to wrap up pretty soon, so I will show you, but I don't know. We made good progress today. We finished a pillar. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. Welcome in. Got some quality EPs. I'm really proud that we went back to the quarry because I was putting those off for so long. And they really weren't that bad. Finishing a pillar is always a good time. Yeah. It's very rewarding. There's nothing quite as satisfying as that, like, pow, when you get an EP and then you get to go check out the finished pillar. It's pretty nice. Alright, so are you ready for the most sus thing of all that I found thus far? This stupid door. I'm like leaning around the glass. It's terrible. And they let you be so hopeful. You're like, oh, maybe there's just, like, how often have I gone right up to the glass and, you know, just tried to walk through it? I don't think I've ever done that. Maybe there's just a missing panel of glass somewhere that I never saw. And it just doesn't appear to be the case. Glass very much intact. And this side is all full of rocks. Door, please. Isn't that so sus? Oh, also this. Again, very glad I had a map. Was combing this area because I knew they were in here. Sierra, welcome in. Suspicious lack of rocks. I don't know. I don't know. That's an evil recording. Yeah, it took me a long time to get used to exactly the scale of how tiny the recorders were. Because I kept thinking I knew what size they were, and then I would find one and be like, oh no, they're even smaller than I thought. But yeah, I got a lot better at looking for them the more I went on the hunt. Ugh. So, and then we get to this room, and this is where the cord is. And I think that's the last place I see it. It's over, it like pokes out over here. This is also a sound recording. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this room. I don't know this room's life. I guess our character is very large. Though in the recorder's defense, they're at least lit up. Oh yeah. No, they're fun. I like the some of the really hard ones that are that hidden away. You're like, dang, that's so sneaky. But they light up. You're looking for that green flash. Or in the case of the one that's in the green room, in the color area, I thought that was so clever. Because I looked at the map and went, oh wait. Have I looked back in the color area in a long time? No. And then I started seeing the different rooms. I was like, I bet I have to go back to the green one. Old school tape recorder would be more visible. Yeah. It's possible. Red. Hiding a recorder in a bright green room is evil. Just hanging out around the edges of these little puddles. And then I haven't looked here. I'm gonna turn off Spotify for a second. I haven't looked out here in a while. Like, I don't know if any of these corners are fake walls. What's the deal with the floor? Oh, it's water, yeah. Aside from the red light, I really like this room. This room's beautiful. It's just so different looking. The columns. The hexagons. It has everything. We have a whole tourist attraction built around these type of rock formations. Yeah. It's good stuff. The water's so still over here compared to some of the other places. It's nice. Monday, how's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing back here. Just looking for secret hidden walls. Oh no. Alright, why did we come down here? We came down here to do that one EP, but we couldn't get it, so... Shadow monster. No, it's just my shadow. Yeah. Sounds like what an alien would name themselves. Interesting theory. I don't have any more goals inside the mountain. For now. For now. We are going to end stream by the wrecked ship again, I guess. I'm clearly a regular human. Yeah. Why wouldn't I be? It's neat to see teasing things in here that it also taunted me. Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there. Garrett, thanks for the hello. Yeah, this... Someday. Someday we'll have a breakthrough. I hope. Gosh, I don't know. Maybe not. Especially the panel one, press up against the glass. You're having flashbacks to that particular panel. Oh, I forgot to say hi to the book lady. I walked right past her again. She's cool. Hello. I hope the statues don't move when you're not looking at them. So far, I haven't seen anything like that. She's got some of the... Oh, this is in there. And then it comes out over here. Hi, book friend. I don't know. I don't know. This game is weird, yeah, a little bit. It's got some oddities, some quirks, for sure. There's another, I think this is the room with the other sound recording. Yeah, it's just chilling on the ledge over there. Just waiting to be picked up. Alright, friends. Let's get out of this dang mountain. I still want to investigate this area. But I don't know how. We could do that before heading over to the ship, maybe. Such a view. I know. It's so pretty up here. It really is. Just want to say thank you for introducing me to Bee and Puppy Cat via your alerts. It's the best. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you like it. It's such a hidden gem. It's, I think that alert graphic of them, the GIF or whatever, of them playing video games together is so perfect for stream. And, like, the thing that they're saying in the sound clip is Pretty Patrick, which is from an episode. That's kind of weird and out of context. It doesn't really make sense with the stream. But at the end of it, they say thanks. It's good for saying thank you for the sub alerts. I don't know that this is where I want to be. Backing away slowly. Wait, what about... Actually, this is where I want to go up to this upper level. Listen to some bird songs. Chirp, 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 chirp. Ring, 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 ring. That rock up there, do we ever stand on top of that? Now we're back in here getting lost again. Fancy white obelisks. Yeah. They're pretty neat looking. A bubble in a stream. A bubble in a stream. There's something sus about the river. A flickering lamp. I'm coming for you, Pretty Patrick. Okay, we do stand up here. I don't know that I have stood up here. Oh yeah, because I got this EP from up here, I believe. Okay, look over this side first. Look over here. Okay. Alright, interesting. Interesting. Sometimes I think this game might be... I think this might be there's something sus about this the game, yeah. What's the goal of this game, by the way, aside from the puzzle? You know, that's a great question. Do all the puzzles until you can't do any more. Enlightenment? Yeah. It's whatever you make of it. Whatever you want it to be for you. Oh, this is an even better view of our turtle friend. When you solve a puzzle, your reward is another puzzle. Yeah. I tried to walk behind that and it didn't let me. It wasn't anything. It's just a sus clearing. Glad we're on the same boat. Yeah. See all the pretty things. Basically just, hey, I made this pretty environment. How should I make people see it? I say it all the time. It's the best walking simulator I've ever seen. If you do nothing else in this game, you can walk around and your footsteps on all the different environments sound amazing. And there's a million beautiful views and little hidden optical illusions, and it's great. In the doc about the game, that was basically what he built the game around, the idea of realizing the world is a puzzle on top of a mountain. Yeah. Indeed, the island has sort of sculpture garden feel. Yeah, there are just straight up statues, like, in plain sight that you can go around and find. Must toggle switch. Alright, friends. I don't think we're gonna walk all the way over to wrecked ship. I think I'll just end here. In this lovely forest. Wondering where all the hidden doors are. And who's playing tricks on me. And retracing my steps yet again. Thanks everybody for hanging out today. Oh no, we had to do our backup plan and play the witness. Oh no, I'm so disappointed. No, it was great. I'm glad this is always in our back pocket. I was doing like a highlight of one of the VODs of a previous stream, and I think it was inside the mountain, and I was saying, oh, it feels, I don't want the game to be over. It feels like close to endgame, and little did I know I still had probably 50 hours left. I don't know. It's great. The rules of the game are just an illusion. The console is the red pill. Austin, thank you. Trav, thank you. Sierra, Pup and Suds. And Mariah, thank you. Glad you could jump in today. We are okay, so thanks for watching The Witness. We're gonna wrap up.